Hi, hello, it's Pip here from queenpipcards.com, back again today with another video tutorial. Today I am going to showcase one of the new stamp sets that's coming out. That's this stamp set. It's called In Every Season. It's clear mount, so it's a rubber stamp set which mounts onto our clear blocks. That's what clear mount means. So when you take the stamp, it clings to your block like that. Okay, so that's what we're going to be using today, and it's called In Every Season because there are 12 flowers, one for every month of the year, which I quite like. So I just wanted to do a simple card today. This is one that I'm going to be showing you today, and it's using this carnation or pink, these are pinks or carnations image that we're going to be stamping here. And this is one of the new seafoam colours. So this is one of the new colours that's coming in. It's not a new in colour, it's a new core colour, and it's called seafoam. So this is Flirty Flamingo, that's the pink, which is an outgoing in colour, and then it's coming back in as a core colour. So Flirty Flamingo and seafoam as a combination on a little thank you card. This is using some of the designer series paper called Tranquil Textures, and some of our little sprinkles which are carrying over, which is great, and another stamp set in the background which I'll show you when we get there. So that's what we're going to do, and if you can, I don't know if you can see that, but this is actually shiny because I heat embossed those. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is in fact heat emboss your images. So I have pre-heat embossed all of these just for speed. And then, because I'm making a few of these, I'm not just making one today. So I always like to do them in batches if I'm going to make more than one card. So these have been heat embossed using our Flirty Flamingo and our Versamark, and using our clear embossing powder. And the way that you do that, just in case you're not sure of how you can use a colour to heat emboss, is that you ink up your stamp in the Versamark, go straight over to your colour, and then stamp. And what that does is it gives a Versamark base layer to your rubber stamp. It doesn't harm your classic ink pad, it just picks up the Flirty Flamingo on top of the Versamark, and then when you stamp it down, the Versamark has that sticky effect within the ink. It kind of merges with the ink, and then your embossing powder will stick to it, and then you just heat it up with our heat tool, and you get this lovely shiny clear embossed image over the top, which matches perfectly with all your cards. So you can do that with any of our inks. In the new catalogue we have some new coloured inks coming back in, but I will show you more of those later. But yes, in the meantime, and they're not going to do all of the inks, but in the meantime you can do that. So Versamark first, then Flirty Flamingo, then stamp, then clean, so that you don't put Flirty Flamingo back into your Versamark ink pad. You'll notice that I've done it occasionally with, I think actually what happened was I got a few little drops of brush O's have appeared on my on my Versamark. I'm not quite sure how that happened, but yeah, just a couple of little of the pigment powders got onto my Versamark, and that's what's happened. But you'll see a very slight pink sheen where I've been washing in between. But don't go straight from stamping to here, always clean before you go onto your Versamark pad. Try and keep that as clean as possible. Okay, so that's how I would have created, or how I did create that image. And then I'm using the 1.5 inch circle punch, and I'm just going to go in, and it just fits, literally just fits. So line up with the top here and the top here, and then have equidistant between these two edges, and then it looks nice and central. So I'm just going to punch that out. I'm not going to do all of them because that would be boring for you. So punch that out with your 1.5 circle punch, and then I have my Flirty Flamingo card bases here. As you can see, I'm making a few, and this is just a piece of European size A4, so ours is not in exact centimetres, but I always chop mine at 14.9 centimetres, and it gives you pretty much a half piece. So one I think is you can do it 14.8 if you like, but I don't really get that sticky with it. Okay, so then just burnish your edges to give you a nice clean fold. And then I've cut this sheet, I've cut this up into my bases. Now these are 14.4 by 10, so out of one sheet of 12 by 12 you can get 6, so 3 across the top, 3 across the bottom. You get a strip in the middle and a tiny weasy strip along this edge, but you can get 6 out of one sheet. And this, as I say, is from Timeless Textures, I want to call it. No, that's the stamp set, isn't it? Timeless Textures. It's Tranquil Textures, which is a mixture of Tranquil Tide and Timeless Textures in my book. And I'll just quickly run through the other papers in here because they are lovely. So there's this one, which I've chopped down. See, that's the middle bit you get out. So that's that on the other side. And then there's this bubbly one, which is pretty. And on the other side, balmy blue. Very nice, like that. Then this one, which is kind of like ink, I think. And then this one, mint macaron. Yum, yum, yum. More bubbles, this one, or dots in crumb cake. And on the back, this is a very nice piece. This is Tranquil Tide. This is lovely. This is like painted wood, or it looks like painted wood to me. And then on the back, painted wood again, but in crumb cake, so that's nice. And that's got Sea Fame and Tranquil Tide on it, those two. And then this one is a bit of fresh fig with Night of Navy, I think, in there. Is it Night of Navy, or is it the new, or it might be the new Blueberry Bushel. Nope, Night of Navy, I was right. Night of Navy with a bit of fresh fig, and on the back, fresh fig, kind of like a paint scrapey technique, that one. So they are just yummy, and they're from the new catalogue, which is coming out on the 1st of June. If you join Stamping Up in May, you can get this in your starter kit, as part of your starter kit. So if you're interested in joining, get in touch, comment, send me an email, get in touch with me. That's not going to go back in there, Pip. Send me an email, queenpipcards.com, or pip@queenpipcards.com, and yeah, I can send you all the details on how you can get that in your starter kit. Okay, so a month before it goes live to anyone else. Right, so we're here back again. I digressed. Sorry, I do that sometimes. So now we're going to be doing this bit here, and to do that I just wanted to show you how I did that too, because it's got a little kind of technique to it. So you're going to be chopping up strips. These are 4 centimeters this way by 14.4 this way, so they're going to fit exactly onto your DSP, which then goes onto your base. That kind of brings it in and just joins it to the whole card. But you can do them individually, stamping, but what I did was I cut a piece this size. This is a nice size to work with. So this is 12 by the 14.4, and then I started in this corner just going down with the wording. So I'm going to show you how I did that. Stamping live. Well, not technically live because it's recorded, but you know what I mean. So I'm going to get my Flirty Flamingo, ink that up, and then I went in, I'm just going to turn it, I went in just, you don't want to put it on too much of an angle because otherwise you're not going to be able to keep yourself straight, but I do need to have a little bit of an angle so I can see. Actually no, I'm okay, even with the camera above my head. Okay, so you're just lining up the gap between the H and the K, in between the Y. That kind of gives a nice spacing. And then you just want to try and make sure you're at the right angle. I think I've come down a little bit, so you can always go back up a bit. as you go, and that seems to give you a good spacing all the way along as you go through. And just make sure that you get coverage. You will get some gaps, but that's just natural as you go through. But what I would probably do is make sure that, see this bit, this corner here is going to be quite gappy. So just make sure that you get a good high thank you like that. So even if you overlap it a little bit. So yeah, so there's a couple of places that are going to be gappy, but you know, we're going to decorate it anyway, so it'll be fine. So once you've stamped that up like that, then what I did was I then chopped it into 3. So I did a couple of those, and then that's how I got my strips. So I've got strips like this. Oh good, the heating's just gone off, so it's, so you can see here. Oh no, that's a different piece. Oh, I don't know what I've done with them now. They did go back together again. That way? No. This one? No. This one here? Maybe. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what I've done with them now because I've got loads of them. So they're all over the place, but that's what I did with them anyway. So yes. So once you've got that, and you've got that, and we've got our circles, then you need a 1 3/4 inch circle punched with seafoam cardstock. But then I thought, oh, it needs a little something extra. So I grabbed 2 things. One, these are our iridescent sequin assortment. Okay. And a little tip for you, I keep them in the bag. And I keep them in the bag because otherwise, if this pot ever became open in my drawer, then those sequins would go all over my drawer. So I try and keep them in the bag so that if they escape, they'll only escape into the bag, and then I've got some hope of getting them back out again without them going everywhere. Okay, so here is my sequins, and this is the classic weave ribbon. It's 1 centimetre wide, and you get 9 meters of it, which is a good amount in anyone's book. And I just worked with kind of this much here, so I put it down just to see what I wanted, and then we're just going to chop that straight through there. Okay, so we just need a piece of that, and then it's all about assembly. Not assembly in school, but just assembly as in putting it all together. So Tombow, a little bit of our multi-purpose glue. I love this stuff. I've run out of fast fuse, can you imagine? I'm actually keeping all my stocks for my for retreat at the moment, so that I have enough for my cash and ladies who might run out during retreat. But that means I haven't got any spare for myself. It's a dark day, so I'm going to have to order some more. So we're going to do the whole thing with multi-purpose glue and some glue dots. Okay, so here we go. Multi-purpose glue down here. And then just pop that on here. It's a really simple card, this, but you know, if you're making lots of thank you cards, as I often am, it's a pretty good one because it's pretty quick and easy, and you can get them out the door, but they still look pretty because, you know, you don't want to send a nasty thank you card. You want it to be a nice thank you card. So you want it to have nice bits on it, but you want it to be able to go quick. Okay, so next up, glue dots. Normally I would use fast fuse for this, I have to say. I'd put some fast fuse on the bottom of this. But we'll go with glue dots for the moment, she says. Hopefully not getting them everywhere. So literally just grab a couple, fold your ribbon over to how you want it to be. That glues those together, and then stick another one, oops, another one there, and another one sort of there-ish, and then that one will stick it to the card there. And then I used our trusty, not small, our normal size dimensionals on the back of this. Now I didn't, because I've already stuck that to that. Silly girl. I thought there was something a bit, well, that one will just have to be different. I did, you know me, I like to be sure of my no saggy middles, so we go with 4. I know most people would probably go with 3, but I like one in the middle. And pop that up on there. And because this is 4 centimeters, it's just narrower than your 1.5 centimeter punch. So it just kind of has that nice curve to it. So pop that on, and then I thought it needs a little sparkle. So we're going to go, I'm going to fill in the gaps here. Got to cut a gap there, a gap there, and a gap down here. And this is where your sprinkles are so useful, because they can just fill in all the bits that, you know, you haven't managed to quite get with the stamping. Okay, now this is where, see, that happens. So I've got myself a little one of these gizmos. It's like a model aeroplane sticky pickup tool thing. And I've discovered that these are great things because you can actually pick up your sequins with them. So I do like these sticky picky uppy things, as I call them. It's a technical term, obviously. There we go. Oop, but you do have to make sure it goes down in the right place. There we go. And then there are some smaller ones. There are actually 3 different sizes I've discovered of sequin in here. So you can pick up and determine what sizes you would like. In fact, there might even be, no, I think there's 3. That's the same size as that one. There we go. So yeah, that's it pretty much. Put that little straggler back in before I lose it. Okay. And pop it back in my bag. So there you go. So that's how I made that card. And the only thing that's different is where I've put my sequins. So I hope you've enjoyed that. As I say, these products will be available for people in, if you join my team in May, they'll be available in your starter kit. Otherwise, they'll be available in on the 1st of June, when the new catalogue goes live. I promised to tell you what this thank you was from. Sorry, I forgot. It's from Love What You Do, and this stamp set will be available as part of a bundle to everybody in May. So that's a great stamp set, and I'm going to be doing some more videos on that as well. So yes, so you could, you know, this if you joined, you could pop both of them in your starter kit, or you could buy this one in May, which is now, and have that for your, as part of your bundle that you get in May, and then you could just add that one in June when it goes live. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed that quick video on how to do this card, and all the details about me and everything are below in the description, and you can hop over to my shop if you're watching this in June and get any of these products, or you can see the link on how to join my team in the description below as well, and get these in your starter kit. Alrighty, thanks very much for watching. See you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.